Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Resilient with your host, me, Wintertooth100. And today you can see I am holding on to a fishing pole. And there was a live stream. I'm trying to do this smart. It was a couple days ago. For me it was yesterday, and when this video comes out it was a few days ago, so this is kind of in the future from that. But I died in that live stream, and I didn't just die. I fell in lava and died. I lost all my stuff. So, you see these two strips of glass? Yeah. I did the thing I said I wasn't going to do, and it involves this fishing rod, and I'm sure you all know exactly what I'm talking about. I built not one, but two AFK fishing farms. The old design still works, but it's a lot more finicky. It takes some, and part of it's because we're on a server, but it's way more finicky. It still works, but I have two accounts. I have Camera Bear and I have me. So I had two bears AFK fishing. Try to do this because I wanted to do it twice as fast, so I don't have to do this as often. And throughout the course of the night, I've been up all night. I got like a 2-hour nap before waking up to do this video. I finally got all my gear back. We're still missing some mending, but as part of this was I spent the majority. I did a little bit on this side. You'll see I got one chest, two chests, and that's it. But on this side you'll see that this is where Camera Bear was. You'll see that we filled all the way up to the top. I actually haven't had a chance to look through this yet, because by the time I was over here, combination of spending time at the skeleton farm and the few books I got from here, which I've moved all into here, I actually managed to get pretty much every enchantment I was missing. And so at this point I'm just like, well, I'll just leave Camera Bear going until he gets kicked from the server. But he got kicked from the server after this filled, so you know, it worked out, I guess. And then I spent the rest of my night at the villager, the librarian place. And I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't recording. I woke up, I popped my head into the door and saw my bear was still standing in the corner in the villager place. Just fine, nothing was wrong. So I went downstairs to say good morning to Mrs. Tooth and my little baby cub. And I was downstairs for like 5 minutes, and I come upstairs to find you have been killed. So I sprinted as fast as I could back there, and well, because my spawn was still here. Yeah, so it was very like, oh no, how long have I been dead? Has it been the whole 5 minutes? Because my stuff will despawn if you stay there the whole 5 minutes. But I managed to get my stuff back, so bullet dodged. Man. So today we're gonna pick up where we left off in the live stream. We're gonna go back to the Nether, and I'm gonna do some grinding in the fortress with the blazes. I believe I got some stuff. Nah, I didn't get anything crafted for today's episode. I got stuff crafted for a future episode, which is the Guardian farm. I'm so excited. Well, not the farm. I'm not gonna make a farm out of it, but I'm so excited to do the Guardians. And I need nether wart for that. Smart bear. Gonna boot up some fire resistance because I don't like to burn up in the Nether. While this is going, I'm gonna work on emptying that out, and then we'll take a look at the enchantments and see how well we did. There we go. That's kind of like a show of good faith, right? Look at all those items down there. A good portion of them have already despawned, but it's mostly bows and fishing poles and fish. I kept 0 poles, 0 bows, but I am totally stocked up on fish. But only 1 chest's worth, and I'll demonstrate everything that I've kept. All the fish. All the saddles, because I do want a nice little horse army for this castle. Name tags are going to be great as well. The miscellaneous stuff. This is just going to be flesh, bones, and eventually gunpowder and string. And then over here are my 2 chests with enchantment books. And I set my armor or my gear down somewhere, and now I can't remember where I put it. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Found it. So we're gonna grab my gear real quick. This fishing rod can be put away. Now that we've done this and I've got all my gear back and we're all caught up, I have no intention of actually using either of these fishing farms, pretty much at all. But let's take a look at the enchantments. I have not looked at these either. The first 2 rows I've looked at, but they're nothing special. We got Thorns 1, pretty much the only thing I'm excited about. Yeah, because we already have like Loyalty and the other ones. I mean, Efficiency 4 is pretty great. But we come through here, we got, let's see, this is the first time I'm seeing all these as well. Ooh, that feather falling is pretty great. Start grabbing things. So I have these items right here to help demonstrate. Let's do it down here. So everything that we put above these items, that means this is a piece of gear that has something we want. So, and we're going to do it in order right now, feather falling, but this will also give it fire protection. So if we find something that, like protection, I don't want fire protection on that, then we'll put that in line before it. Helps you. Depth Strider 3 is good for the boots. This has Unbreaking 3 and Protection 3 potentially. Wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, we got another Unbreaking 3. We're going to need 4 Unbreaking, so. Now this has Blast Protection, and I actually really like Blast Protection for creepers on my chest plate. So we're going to grab that. There we go. There's 3 of our Unbreaking so far. That's nice. This has Respiration. That could be used for the helmet. Aqua Affinity. Oh, there's Respiration and Protection. Ooh, there's Mending. Hoo-hoo! Mending! There's our last Unbreaking. And another Protection 4. Alright, so let's take a look at this. I want 1 thing of Blast Protection. So we're going to have Blast Protection on the chest plate. I want 2 things of normal protection. Or, let's see. I believe it's, you can have 3 of something to reach its peak. And then that 4th one just doesn't do anything after that. So I think I like to go 2 and 2, but I don't want to have too much blast protection. I think I want to split it between protection and projectile protection with a bit of blast protection. So it'll probably be like blast protection here, projectile protection on the boot or the pants, and normal protection on the other ones. So let's do, you got protection over there, but I don't want this to get fire protection. So we're going to make sure this gets protection first. But here's protection 3 with Depth Strider. So let's swap that out. And of course that's also protection 3. We're not sure where this protection 4 is going to go yet. Well, here's a Unbreaking with a protection. So these guys will combine, which means we don't need, well, we got protection 3 Aqua Affinity here and protection 3 Respiration. So let's give us protection 4 and both of the other 2. So, oh, but it's got Depth Strider. Let's not waste this protection 4 then. Let's do it like that. Because then we'll get the Unbreaking, we'll get Protection 4, and we'll get Feather Falling. Now the helmet needs Unbreaking, so we'll just slot Unbreaking in there. That needs Unbreaking, and this needs Unbreaking, but this also needs Projectile Protection. Alright, we'll throw these books back, except for that one, of course. I'm going to scan one more time, make sure we don't have any Projectile Protection. Alright, I don't see anything. They're also all going to want Mending, of course. So, just for giggles, we'll throw the Mending in with that one. But let's grab all this up. Let's go run all the way over to the villager place. I do have a guy there who sells, I got a couple guys actually who sell projectile protection for, so we can get that for our pants. And then we'll come back to the skeleton farm and do some XP grinding and get it all put together. Alright, so for quick reference, we're here at the villager place. And there's a couple traits I need to get. I think he's my cheapest projectile protection. 17. So we're going to grab 17 of these guys. And we're going to go, well, I need a book. And we're going to go buy one of these from him. There it is. Alright, so we got our projectile protection. We got a couple fun guys in here. I finally got the signs up. So we got an efficiency 5, but he's really expensive. Depth Strider 3 is okay. We already had it. Fortune we have. Looting we have. So these are like good backup guys in case we lose some stuff. Still only one mending guy, even though I got the rest of these. Some of these did have signs on them, but I was AFKing where this guy was standing and we got blown up. I don't know how he survived. I'm guessing that the creeper blew up and it just blew the cage off and it didn't actually kill either of us. But then a zombie killed me. Because when I came back there was a zombie wearing my stuff, but I didn't attribute that to anything because none of the villagers had changed, but I suppose because I died, technically it's unloaded, so we stopped moving. But let's see, which one are you? Some of them are just pure garbage. Like that guy's one of the pure garbage ones. Okay, here's the other projectile protection. It's 22. And blast protection. Ooh, that's one of the good ones. Alright, that's it for them. We are going to I have been here back and forth with this place, getting mending books from our friend. We only need 3 more because we found one in the fishing farm. So that means we only need to grab 3 books and buy 3 of them. They're 32 emeralds apiece. But we're just gonna go ahead and chuck these in. And we're gonna have to scroll to the end because he's gonna want to sell his garbage. Oh, he locked out on me. There we go. And we'll put this back. Give me both of them. Nice. Thank you, sir. Alright, so we have all of our mending books. We have 1 extra actually because for our elytra. So back to we're gonna go to the AFK fishing farm. We're gonna go to the AFK mob grinder XP farm and get this stuff enchanted up. Alright, not to make a long story long or anything, but I got these all sorted out. We got their mending, also part of it. Something that I like to do, I don't recommend doing it for your sword or your bow because they get so many enchantments on them. Anything that's going to have more than 4 enchantments on it, I think you should probably not do it. Like our helmet's going to be a little tricky, but I like to combine. So we got protection 3 here and protection 3 here, but we also got aqua affinity and we got respiration. So instead of enchanting my helmet twice because that will end up counting against it, I like to combine them. Now we're going to have respiration 3, protection 4, and aqua affinity on 1 book, and that won't hurt enchanting the helmet as much. I think. I'm not positive. See, we got these single enchantments. I'm not going to combine them. There's nothing. They don't gain anything by fusing them with this book, so I'm not going to spend the time doing it. So we're just going to look through real quick. There's no point there. There's no point there. But right here we got a protection 3, and we got a protection 3. So we're going to combine these 2 again. So this will give us our Unbreaking 3, our Protection 4, and Depth Strider 3. The other 2 are just kind of irrelevant. They're just sitting there. And Feather Falling 4 will go on then, and then Mending, and then we'll be pretty squared away right there. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4 tools that need mending. So we're going to need 4 more mending books, which will leave us with our last mending. So I'm going to grind here for a little bit, and we are going to put all of these enchantments on all of this gear. I will see you after that. Alright, we've been here for quite some time. Look at this. Just to rename it, 32 levels. The bow was 32 levels, the sword was 39 levels. To rename them after getting all of these enchants. I should have thought of the names before I did that. But we got a new name for the axe. Let's go through the names starting with our armor. The only thing the armor is missing are Thorns 3, which I will be working on diligently in the background. But we have Winter's Visage, and it's got Respiration 3, Protection 4, Aqua Affinity, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. Winter's Embrace, Bless Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Mending. Winter's Fury, Projectile Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Mending. And Winter's Approach, Unbreaking 3, Protection 4, Depth Strider 3, Feather Falling 4, and Mending. So we're pretty set on these. Like I said, we just need to see if we can get Thorns 3 on each of them. Then we move into our tools. We have Ice Cube for our shovel. I changed the axe to Arctic Wrath because the bow has taken the title Frost. We have Toothpick, Soft Claw. Here it is, Frost Burn. I was trying to think of a wintry name, a frozen name, a snowy name for all of my items. But then my bow sets things on fire. Doesn't really match the theme, but Frostburn, if you look it up, Frostburn's actually, when you touch something cold, the heat transfer is the same sort of heat transfer that you get when you touch something hot. So when you touch something really cold and it hurts, you are actually still getting burned, regardless of it being cold, the opposite direction. So Frostburn, I really like it, sets things on fire, it's really neat. But my favorite one, Mrs. 2 thought of this, and I couldn't say no. The sword is named Popsicle. Isn't that just the best name? It even kind of looks like a blue popsicle. So when we kill things with Popsicle, death by Popsicle. Oh yeah, look at all those guys, they just got killed by a popsicle. I love it, I love that name. But you can see I've filled up my inventory with logs because of all this garbage here. I'm gonna try my best to clean that up. I've been taking lava and just spoofing it down, but I can't get those ones up top. So, we'll worry about that later. let's finally go to the Nether and do a little bit of like farming there. I'm gonna break out Camera Bear and we'll do like a third-person time lapse and just kill some blazes for a little bit. Now that's what I call revenge with a popsicle. Look at all this blaze rod we got. We're gonna be pretty set for a while. Let me see. We want to let's put that away, and that away, and that away, and over here's where we place all of our blaze rods. So we actually got a pretty good line. Woohoo! Yeah, look at that. We are almost a full line. Full on that. That's pretty impressive. This episode's kind of short, 16 minutes, 16 and a half minutes so far, but I think that's going to be it. In the next episode, we are going to go down into the mine, and we are going to finally make that slime farm. I like to do 2 big projects in an episode. I don't know if you guys have noticed this yet, but I usually try to do 2 things. Like this episode, we killed some blaze, and we're talking about next episode's projects. And we also got all of our gear up to its peak. The only thing missing is 4 things of Thorns 3, which we'll keep working on as the season keeps going. But next episode, I think we want to do a slime farm and then transition that into defeating finally the Guardian Temple. Yeah, that's it, the Guardian Temple. Because we have a prismarine custom crafting recipe, so we can make tridents. And ooh boy, do I want a trident. I think what's going to happen, no, I'm not going to talk about it. We're not going to spoil anything because I know exactly what I have planned, but you know, plans change sometimes. Anyway, let's leave it at that. Let's give you a little bit of a spiel that I don't typically do. I have a Twitter link down below so you guys can follow me on Twitter so you guys get updates for when I do live streams. I also do live streams, so there's a Twitch link down below too so you guys can catch the live streams live as they happen. They are Sunday mornings and Tuesday evenings on the Pacific Standard Time time zone thing. No Facebook because I don't like Facebook. And yeah, I think that's it for like all my external link stuff. Anyway, I think that's going to be it. Leave a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't. Share with your friends. And I will see you in the next one.